Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in today's episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session created for a client that felt that there was some form of money block or a block preventing them from increasing their income. And their evidence for that was that their income had climbed and then plateaued and wasn't really moving forward. And asking the client the key thing that they would do differently if their income increased, there were two key things that came up. One was having a dream home. They really wanted to have a place that they owned that would give them a real base. And then the second thing was the freedom to travel and to use excess cash to live the life that they wanted. And partly that was philanthropic things, but it was also to follow their creative pursuits. So what you're going to hear in this hypnosis session is an element of law of attraction hypnosis to clarify exactly what they wanted, but it does it in a way where it explores different possibilities. You may be familiar with the children's story Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and Goldilocks finds an old house in the woods and then tests out different things like chairs and porridge and beds until she finds the thing that's just right. So what you're going to hear in this is future pacing to a future that isn't quite right if she follows the trajectory that she's on, and then a future that might be too extreme. You know, I remember listening to an interview with Mike Tyson, and he bought a $50 million mansion, and he said it was so big that he'd never been in all the rooms, and it was impossible to kind of really enjoy the home because it was just too big. And I think that's an important thing, is that sometimes people just want bigger and more without realizing that that isn't necessarily desirable in many cases. So we had this client go to a future of extremities almost to kind of figure out and elicit what's really important, and then exploring a future that felt just right. And that was certain things like being close to water and architecturally, significant in certain ways, glass walls, spiral staircases, those kind of things, modern technology, but also this element of being good for entertaining guests and those kind of things. But it was also important to link it through to this idea that it would be a base of which it was possible to travel the world and explore different things and then return to a place called home. So if you're into law of attraction, manifestation, or if you just feel that you want clarity on the kind of future life that you would want, and that could be based on financial success, freedom, it could be based on health and wellness and vitality, or just a purpose that you're kicking into, then I think this session might be quite useful for you. Some of the references are bespoke to a particular client. They wanted a future where in the past they had smoked and vaped, and they didn't want that in their future. So you'll hear a couple of references that might just completely be not relevant to you at all, because it was created for someone else. So if you do like the idea of a bespoke session, then click the link in the show notes or check out my website, adamcox.co.uk, and book that free consultation call, and we can have a chat about working together. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a slow, calm, relaxing breath. Feel your lungs expand, your diaphragm activate. And as you exhale, feel that you're releasing all tension around your eyelids. And with your eyes closed, notice how easy it is to focus on the sound of my voice. As you exhale, feel tension leaving your body. And as you breathe in, just imagine breathing in slightly deeper than the previous breath. Breathing in a feeling of resourceful relaxation. And as you exhale, allow tension perhaps from somewhere else, from your jaw, your neck, or your shoulders. Just imagine it leaving your body in that outward breath. The deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, particularly around your chest, down into your diaphragm, it becomes easier to breathe even deeper than before. And as you breathe in, I want you to get a sense of just how valuable your lungs are. That as you breathe in, you just get this sense that the purer, cleaner air you breathe in, the kinder you are to your lungs. Breathing in that feeling of resourceful relaxation and just allowing any tension to leave your body as if it's grey shadows leaving your body in your outward breath. I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine there is some form of crystal. And maybe this is a crystal in a particular color or size or shape. But just imagine as you stare into the crystal, it feels like a portal into the future. A powerful future. A desirable future. And not just one future, but many different futures. When light shines into a crystal, it fragments into many different locations of light scattered. I want you to get a sense as you look into this crystal, it gives you many different possible futures. And I want you to get a sense that you get to try out these futures to find a future which aligns and resonates most with you. So let's go to a future where the plateau that you're on continues. I want you to follow that future, and maybe in that future there's a future where you're already in a position to no longer need to rent and you buy, but on that plateau trajectory, maybe it's a house that you own, But it's a house with brick walls rather than glass walls. A small garden. Not every room is en suite. And maybe it's smaller or less modern than you'd like. So step into the crystal and experience that future. Perhaps just a year or 2 years in the future. If things continue on exactly the trajectory of a plateau, I want you to notice then, owning your own home still gives you more freedom, still gives you more security. And there's things that you can do in that home that you can't do in a rental. You can have it just as you want it to be, but it doesn't quite feel you. I want you to think back to when you were a child hearing the story of Goldilocks, exploring the bear's house, trying on different chairs until they found the chair that was just right. Whether it's chair or porridge or a bed, Goldilocks knew what felt right and what felt didn't until she found something that was just right. So go back and look into that crystal and see a grand vision of the future beyond your wildest expectations. I want you to see perhaps a huge mansion, acres of land, perhaps its own lake, or perhaps close to the sea. It's got more bedrooms than you would ever need, even with guests. I want you to get a sense that this perhaps initially appeals, but I want you to imagine living in this environment, perhaps for a year or two. And either it will be exactly what you're looking for, or there will be parts of it that mean that you've just inherited a big job. In a house so big, there's always something that needs to be maintained. People that need to be on the payroll. Security needed. I want you to get a sense that in this vision of the future, it's beyond what is truly desirable. This is more about status and ego than it is about freedom. I want you to get a sense that there's parts of this that really appeal. The space, the light, the greenery. But it's not quite right. So just imagine looking back in the crystal and seeing a glimmer, a sparkle of what your intuition is guiding you to a desirable future of abundance and freedom. I want you to see a substantial house with lots of space, lots of light, lots of greenery near water. Imagine stepping into the crystal and feel like you're driving or walking up a long driveway into a beautiful, modern, stylish home. Imagine opening the front doors and walking in and seeing a large reception. Maybe a big chandelier or light, or maybe just natural light coming in. And from that entrance you can see a spiral or curved wooden staircase In the connecting room, you can see a kitchen, spacious and modern. The latest tech, but feels elegant and stylish. I want you to explore this home, feeling like it's your home, that it's just right. It feels like home. Maybe you can see a dining area, perfect for dinner parties and soirees. Maybe you can see an outdoor area for garden parties, maybe close to a pool. This isn't just a home to live in, this is a place to connect with people. This is a place of entertaining, socializing, experiences. This is a home where incredible memories are made. And maybe there's an area of some kind of gym or spa area, maybe saunas and steam rooms, jacuzzis. This is a home that is conducive to health, vitality, and well-being. And as you look around, you notice there is not a single ashtray in this home. This is a home conducive to health, vitality, abundance, and intuition. This home is conducive to creativity, almost like a magnet drawing in opportunities. Living in this home, it feels like at any moment in time, you could receive a message or an email with wonderful news, new opportunities, joint ventures, partnerships, the opportunity to be a stakeholder in some thriving opportunity. I want you to walk to your own bedroom in this home. See an interior designed bedroom exactly as you would want it to be. A beautiful ensuite bathroom. I want you to get a sense here in this location, you would have amazing sleep. You would wake up every day with enthusiasm and energy and drive. This isn't a home to get stale. This is a home to springboard into even bigger and more exciting opportunities. I want you to notice that bed, soft and comfortable, and imagine lying on the bed with your head on the pillow. And as I count down from 5 to 1, just imagine going even deeper, relaxed, lying on that bed in a possible home of the future, but as if it's happening now. 5, just breathing in relaxation, exhaling any tension, sinking into the bed. 4, deeper and deeper relaxed as your arms feel heavy, limp and loose. 3, as you breathe in, all of your internal organs relax at exactly the same time, all the way down into your diaphragm and gut. And then 2, arms and legs just feel so heavy, like the limbs of a puppet without any strings, just feel so relaxed now. And then 1, just imagine drifting off into a dreamlike sleep. And in this dream, imagine waking up in someone else's body, in someone else's life. Someone in particular where good things just seem to land in their lap. They seem to manifest whatever they desire. Good things just seem to come their way. I I want you to imagine living their life on a particular day where even more good things happen than usual. And what would that be like? Receiving a call, receiving a gift, meeting someone that just shares incredible news face to face in person, perhaps over a nice meal. I want you to notice how open to opportunities you feel. That a block that exists in some people doesn't exist here. Some people are closed or suspicious, cynical or negative. But just feel while you're living this life, none of those things apply. It almost feels like you're vibrating at an energy that attracts and manifests and draws all those good things in toward you. And notice where in your body you feel that openness, that energy. Focus on that place and allow it to expand, getting even bigger. And notice how it's linked to this idea of the healthier you are, the more you attract everything you desire and deserve. I want you to get a sense that unhealthy things repel opportunities at a deeply subconscious level, and healthy things seem to amplify this powerful, energetic frequency of attraction. And if your unconscious mind is happy, to feel that the healthier you are, the more good things you attract. Let me know by nodding your head. I want you to get a sense that even though you woke up in that person's body, as you look into a mirror, you see your own reflection back. Your own reflection in a mirror, in an ensuite bathroom of a wonderful home. And you realize all of these feelings and beliefs, all of this openness, all of this wonderful feeling of opportunities will flow your way now exist within you. And that doesn't mean they're taken from anyone else. One candle can light another candle without meaning the original candle loses its flame. Feel that all of these ways of thinking and being now exist within you. And I want you to go to a room in this home where there is a large picture of a map on the wall. A map of the world. And as you see different islands, different countries, different continents, I want you to access memories that you've not experienced yet. All of the traveling you're yet to do, connected with wonderful emotions of learning, relaxing, experiencing, as you resonate with a powerful connection to freedom. All of this wealth and money is not about status. It's not about ego or what you own. All of this wealth gives you resources to make choices. The choices to travel, the choices to be creative, the choices to be generous, and the choices to leave a legacy beyond your life. As you look at this map, feel that the world is your oyster. And if your unconscious agrees, let me know by nodding your head. All of the blocks are now removed, and new portals and doorways to new resources are open. The healthier you are, the more of these energetic pathways will draw in wonderful opportunities. And consider this like the coordinates in a map or the postcode in a GPS. Your unconscious mind is now programming you to take you to this future and will guide you there through your intuition, ideas and insights. Gut feelings will guide you to this future place. And if you are happy to work in harmony with your intuition to create the future that you desire, let me know by nodding your head. And imagine walking back up that wooden staircase and seeing someone that looks like you in a beautiful bedroom lying on a comfortable bed. And then step into that version of you. So you are them and they are you. And then imagine floating from the future to the present with a sense of clarity, motivation, intuitive, gravitational desire to that future that is just right. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes as you feel like you're recalibrating to the here and now, fully in the present, starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.